How can you arrange numbers, lalo na kung may fractions and decimals, in order really fast? That's what we're going to talk about today. This video is brought to you by the Team Leica Review books. More about these later. Hi there, my name is Leica. Welcome to Team Leica, where we try to help you prepare better for your next exam. Now, this video right here is about arranging numbers. It's one of the most time-consuming types of questions sa aptitude exams, whether that be civil service exam, LAE, UPCAT, at iba pa. That is why we're going to pay special attention to this type of question. Now, if you are a child member or supporter, wait lang, no? This is not the video for you. There is a longer version with more examples na available for you. Go and watch that version, okay? But if you are not a child member or supporter, okay lang din naman. This is still a complete lesson. It's just that mas mahaba yung version nila, mas maraming mga bonus questions as a reward kasi they are helping me make itong mga free video lessons for you. So again, please thank them then if you could sa comment section kasi they are my partners in making free educational content, not just for you watching but for every Filipino who wants to learn na susunod pa sa inyong mga yapak. Okay? So yan muna for now. Let's jump right in. There are multiple ways to arrange numbers. Usually sa exams, lalo na higher level exams, ang mahirap na part dito is that they are decimals, fractions, halo ng mga bagay na yon. Minsan, may scientific notation pa. Minsan, kailangan mo rin isolve muna yung basic operations bago makuha yung actual number. Now, there are a few lessons na na-cover na natin yung mga topics na mahalaga dito. Ililink ko din sila dito sa video na ito. Pero number one na possible na pwede ninyong gawin is to convert fractions to decimals. May dedicated lesson tayo niyan. The other thing you could do is to convert the decimals into fractions para pareho-pareho na silang fractions para madali nyo na silang i-compare. And the third option is the ruler technique, which is something exclusive na ituturo ko sa inyo kasi ito yung kung paano ko siya i-solve. And hopefully, kung makukuha ninyo yung technique, mas mabilis nyo rin siyang makukuha. Okay? So, isa-isahin natin ang mga yan. Let's start with this sample first. Arrange these numbers from smallest to biggest. Now, kailangan natin i-highlight yung part na yun, ha? Smallest to biggest. Hindi siya laging smallest to biggest. Minsan, biggest to smallest. Minsan, itatanong lang kung ano yung smallest. Minsan, itatanong lang kung ano yung biggest. Minsan, itatanong yung specific na order. For example, what is the second lowest number? But ang importante dito is that you will be forced to arrange all numbers in order. Now, we have 5 over 6, 0.5, 0.75, and 2/3. Now, of course, kung gagawin mo silang lahat na decimal, you would need to know the fundamentals, which is you will divide the numerator by the denominator. Ano ibig sabihin nun? If we have something like 5 over 6, para malaman ko kung anong decimal siya, I will divide 5 by 6. Okay? Ganon mag-convert ng fraction to decimal. Now, of course, nasa sa inyo na yan kung gaano kayo kabilis mag-divide, which is the reason why I also have a separate video on divisibility rules. This will help you when it comes to this then. But, ang mangyayari will be, you will be forced to put 0 there, put a decimal there, turn this into 50, tapos 50 divided by 6, that would be 8. This will give you 48. Babawas natin siya dyan. This is just long division, ha? Kung nakalimutan na ninyo, meron din tayong video lesson dyan. This is going to be 20. Kasya ang tatlo, 6, 12, 18. So we have 18 here. Babawas natin siya. You will still be left with 2. Tapos kung mapapasin nyo pa ulit-ulit na yan. So we can stop there naman. This is going to be 0.83. Now, tatlo na sila na decimals. Ito na lang 2/3. Now, one thing na i-advise ko sa inyo is just to remember some of the common fractions na lumalabas lagi sa tests, including 2/3, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, yung mga ganong klaseng simpleng fractions. Kasi, madali na ninyong matatandaan kung ano yung decimal niya nang hindi nyo na siya kailangan i-divide every time. Now, ang 1/3 ay 0.3, paulit-ulit yan. Kaya may bar tayo sa ibabaw. So, ang 2/3 would be twice niyan, which is 0.6, and then again, bar yan, paulit-ulit lang siya. So, ibig sabihin nun, this right here, 2 over 3 is 0.66, again, paulit-ulit lang siya. Now that you have that, of course, pwede mo na siya in order. Again, careful ha, and if you need to do this, do it. Yung 0.5 is not just 5, it's 50. Kung kailangan ninyo na maging tigda dalawang decimal place siya, para lang mas klaro ninyo siyang maging in order, go ahead and do that. So, now that you have that kung smallest to biggest, syempre, mauuna ang 0.5, kasi 0.50 siya. This will be first. And then we have 0.66 as the second, 0.75 as a third, and sa fourth naman is 0.83. 3. So the answer is B, D, C, A. Okay? So again, yun usually yung umuubos sa oras, yung pag-divide. Lalo na kung, again, hindi mo alam na yung 2/3 ay 0.66 lang, edi kailangan mo pang gawin itong buong proseso na yun para doon. This is a great opportunity for me to introduce the Team Laika review books. And yes, books siya. Kasi we have the practice test booklets. Booklets kasi ang katumbas niya ay 4 na booklets or 4 na sets ng aptitude tests. Each set already has math, language, analytical reasoning, and general information questions. Of course, the answer key, answer sheets so you can practice shading, at more than that, an exclusive QR code that you can scan para makita ninyo kung paano ko sinusolve ang mga problems na ito. It includes discussions on some super secret techniques that I use para siguraduhin makatipid ng oras sa exam at syempre, makapasa. You also have the workbook number 1, hindi siya multiple choice questions pero it's designed to practice your skills para naman ready ka sa fundamentals mo. Skills, techniques, and it's best to use them together. If you're interested, go ahead and message us sa m.me/teamlaika to figure out how we can get these to you. Sa mga bumili na at bibili pa, maraming salamat sa inyo. Thank you for helping me help more people by buying these kasi these help us fund what we do here sa channel na to. Kung hindi dahil sa inyo, it'll be harder for me to make all these free content. So, thank you sa inyong lahat. And now, back to the video. Now, ano naman yung second option natin? Again, these are the same na decimals and fractions, pero this time, we're going to convert the decimals into fractions. Again, nasa sa inyo yan kung saang method kayo mas mabilis. I'm just presenting options sa inyo. Kapag nag-convert tayo ng decimal to fractions, it could be a little challenging in that. Kasi kailangan mo pa silang pagpare-parehuhin, usually ng denominator para malaman mo kung ano yung mas malaki at ano yung mas maliit. Pero gawin muna natin siya. Yung 0.5, para maging fraction siya, ang gagawin natin dyan is we're going to put 5 as the numerator over kung ilan yung movement para maging buong number siya, yun ang dami ng 0 dito. So, ang 0.5 is actually 5 over 10 or pwede ring 1/2. Ni-lowest terms ko lang. Now, ano naman ang 0.75? Ang 0.75 would be 75 over, again, dalawang movement para mabuo siya. So, dalawa rin ang 0 sa ilalim. This is going to give us 75 over 100 or 3 over 4. And now, you will be tasked to compare 5 over 6, 1/2, 3 over 4, and 2 over 3. Now, there are multiple ways to go about doing this. Pwede ninyong gawing pare-pareho yung denominator nila, or you can start comparing yung isa-isa sa kanila. Now, I have a video on how to compare fractions really fast. Now, one of the speed techniques that I included in that video, and I came up with this when I was in my lower years, grade school ako, kasi gusto ko nga sagutan yung quiz nang hindi ako nagko-convert, is this. Kung plus 1, yung numerator to denominator, as in pare-pareho sila, kung tutingnan nyo yung 1/2 ay plus 1 din, 3 to 4 is plus 1, 2 and 3 is plus 1, yung pinakamalaki ang numbers na nandoon sa fraction na yon. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Dahil yung 5 over 6 ang pinakamalaki, dito sa mga digits na ito na binigay sa atin, siya ang pinakamalaki. So, mahuhuli ang 5 over 6. Tapos, ang sumunod sa kanya is 3 over 4. Sumunod sa kanya, 2 over 3. Sumunod, 1/2. So, ito yung order niya. 1/2. Mas malaki sa 1/2 ang 2/3. Mas malaki ang 3/4 sa 2/3. At mas malaki ang 5 over 6 sa 3 over 4. It's going to be B first, then D, then C, then A. So that is B, D, C, A. Pareho din na sasagot natin kanina. Now, kung hindi nyo alam yung speed technique na yon, the other thing you would do would be to get yung least common denominator nilang lahat. I'll show you how it's done. Para malaman ang least common denominator ng lahat ng fractions na ito, you can use the ladder technique to find the LCD, or you can just look at the biggest one. Yun yung tip ko kung nagmamadali kayo. So, ang pinakamalaki ay 6, kasi sa 5 over 6. Tapos yung 6 na yon, titingnan ko, pwede na ba siya i-divide sa 2? Pwede. Sa 4, hindi. Sa 3, pwede. So, I will multiply it by 2. Times 2 lang muna. That is 12. So, check ko ngayon, yung 12 ba divisible ba ang sa 6? Yes. Pwede ba siya sa 2? Yes. Pwede ba siya sa 4? Yes. Pwede ba siya sa 3? Yes. So, ibig sabihin nun, ang least common denominator is 12. Now, of course, pwede kang gumamit ng ibang method. Mag-factor ka, again, mag-ladder method ka, mag-list ka, pwede rin yun. But this is just how my brain works pagdating sa exam para mas tipid sa oras. Now, na 12 na lahat yan, I'll start transforming the fractions. Now, kung nakalimutan nyo na kung paano mag-transform ng fractions, yun yung ikot-ikot lang. So, 5 over 6, para maging over 12, iikot ko lang to. 12 divided by 6 is 2 times 5, that is 10. So, ibig sabihin nun, yung A is 10. Next, you have 1/2. Kung gusto ko siya maging over 12, again, same thing. Ikot ko lang din to. Divide natin yung 12 sa 2, that is 6, times 1, that is 6. So, ibig sabihin nun, yung letter B is 6 over 12. Next, you have 3 over 4. Kung over 12 siya, ikot din natin siya. 12 divided by 4 is 3, times 3, that is 9. Which means yung letter C is 9 over 12. And then last, 2 over 3. Kung over 12 siya, iikot din natin. 12 divided by 3 is 4 times 2, that is 8. So this is going to be 8 over 12 as D. So kung in-order ko na siya, syempre mauuna ang B, sumunod ang D, pangatlo ang C, tapos pang-apat ang A. So B, D, C, A. Again, pareho din naman dito. Now, did it take more time? Pwede. Again, ang goal is kung saan ka pinaka-mabilis. Alright? Now, let's try using the ruler technique. Now, again, this is something I came up with when I was younger. Pero basically, when it comes to exams na mahilig silang gumamit ng decimals and fractions, I just draw a ruler. Now, yung ruler na ito, of course, can extend depende sa kung ano yung given. Pero usually, dito siya nagsisimula sa 0. And then you have 0.5 or 1/2. Pareho naman yan. And then, dito sa pinakataas is your 1. Now, again, kung may lalampas na 1, hindi nasa taas sila. Now, once I have that, pwede kong i-mark yung mga gitna nila. So, this is 0.25 or 1/4. And then, this is 0.75 or 3/4. Now, why do I draw this? Kasi, kung maglalagay ako ng mga given doon sa ating ruler, these will be my parang threshold numbers. Now, let me show you how it's done, okay? Yung letter B, kulayan natin siya ng blue, will be 0.5. So, dito natin ilalagay yung B. Yung C, parang bonus na rin siya. Nandito siya sa 0.75. Now, ang goal ko is to know kung nasan yung 5 over 6 at saka 2 over 3. Now, kahit visually, pwede kong hatiin ito sa tatlo. Like that. And yung 2/3 would be somewhere here. So, doon ko ilalagay yung D. Dito banda. And to figure out kung siya ba ay mababa o mataas sa kalahati, kukunin ko lang yung 3 at i-divide ko siya sa 2. So 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. Ibig sabihin 1.5 over 3 ang 1/2. Eh yung 2/3 ay mas mataas kaysa sa 1.5. Ibig sabihin the answer is higher than 1/2. Now ang tanong, mas mataas ba siya sa 3/4? Now, one of the things I could do would be just to take itong 1.5 and divide it by 2. That is going to give me 0.75. Now, itong 0.75 over 3, yan naman ang 1/4. Kalahati ng kalahati. Kung pagsasamahin ko yung 1/2 at 1/4, yun ang bibigay sa akin ng 3/4. So, yung 1.5, pag dinagdagan ko ng 0.75, that is 2.25 over 3. Ito ngayon yung 3 over 4. Eh, 2/3 lang ang meron tayo. Ibig sabihin, it's higher than 1/2, but lower than 3/4. Again, all of this happens right in my brain, so that is why it's faster. I look at ano ba yung kalahati ng 3? 1.5. Mataas siya sa kalahati. Kalahati ng 1.5, 0.75, dadagdag ko dun sa 1.5, 2.25. Mas mababa naman siya sa 3/4. And as you can see, nandun nga siya nakapwesto. Right here. Mataas sa kalahati, mababa sa 3/4. Now, kung titinan ko naman yung 5 over 6, again, just to illustrate what happens in my brain, so 5 over 6, ano ang 1/2 niyan? That would be 6 divided by 2, or 3 over 6. This is 1/2. Mas mataas siya sa kalahati, but ang tanong, mataas ba siya sa 3/4? O ano ba ang kalahati ng kalahati? 1/4 would be kalahati nito, 1.5 over 6. Pag pinagsama ko sila, that is 4.5 over 6 as 3 over 4. So, ang 5, mas mataas pa rin siya sa 4.5, which means mas mataas pa rin siya sa 3 over 4. So, kung ilalagay ko yung letter A sa pwesto, letter A would be mataas sa 1/2, mataas sa 3/4. This will be right here. So as you can see, if I arrange ko siya from smallest to biggest, my answer would then be B, D, C, A. Kasi yun ang sabi ng ruler ko. Okay? Now, uulitin ko, this technique is not for everyone, but if you're a little bit more advanced when it comes to mental math, at madali nyo siyang mapipick up, it could hopefully save you time. Kasi habang nagko-convert yung katabi ninyo, naglalagay na kayo ng mga letters dito, tapos have our quick quiz. And again, I encourage you to use whatever method works for you. Pero kung gusto niyo ma-pick up talaga yung technique na ito, I would encourage you to practice using the ruler technique. Now, I'll solve them naman and show you later. But for now, grab your pen and paper. Your timer starts now. Alright, let's see how you did. So, hindi ko igagalaw yung slide ko kasi I'm going to show you how you would solve it sa actual exam. And if you're taking the civil service exam, you can actually write on top of the booklet, at least at the time I'm filming this video. So, papakita ko sa inyo how to you make use of yung space doon sa actual questionnaire. Okay? So, how do we do this? We arrange the numbers from smallest to biggest. Very important yung detail na yan. So, again, if you're going to use the ruler technique, you draw a ruler, split it into 4. So this is 1/2, this is 1/4, 3/4. Dito tayo sa letter A, 0.18. It's going to be under 0.25, so that is A. 7 over 8. Ano ba ang kalahati ng 8? Yan ay 4 over 8. Ang kalahati ng kalahati ay 2 over 8. So ibig sabihin nun, ang 6 over 8 ang 3/4. Mas mataas pa rin yung 7 over 8 sa 3/4, which means yung letter B is mas mataas kaysa sa 3/4 dito sa ating ruler. We'll put it right there. Doon naman tayo sa 2 over 5. Ang 2 over 5, kung gagawin ko siyang, again, mixture of techniques, that is just 4 over 10 or 40 over 100. So that is 0.4, a little under ng ating 0.5. 0.55 naman is going to be higher than 0.5 but not by much. So, dito siya sa letter D. So, kung gagawin natin smallest to biggest, kokopyahin na lang natin. Ang sagot natin ay A, C, D, B. A, C, D, B. Now, whether you use the ruler technique or converted everything to decimal or fraction, hopefully you got the same answer. Okay? Next, we're going to draw another ruler right here. 21 over 25. Kung ito times 4 ko yan pareho, magiging over 100 yan. So that is 84 over 100. Pwede kong ilagay dito sa taas na ito. Letter B naman tayo. This is 2 over 11. Ang kalahati ng 11 ay 5.5. Kalahati nun ay mas malaki pa rin sa 2 over 11. So this is going to be smaller than 0.25. 0.36 is a little above 0.25. So, dito yung letter C natin. And then, ang 0.64 ay mas mataas kaysa sa kalahati, pero mas mababa kaysa sa 3/4. So, dito yung D. Kung ang sabi nyo ay B, C, D, A, meron kayong isang importanteng detail na waglet. This actually says biggest to smallest. So, ang tamang sagot ay A, D, C, B. Ayan. Kung nagkamali kayo doon, okay lang yan. Sinadya ko talagang hindi yun i-point out kasi kung matututuhan ninyo dito sa practice natin to pay attention to that detail pagdating sa exam, i-double check nyo siya lagi. Again, hindi laging smallest to biggest, minsan biggest to smallest, and you need to pay extra attention doon, lalo na kung mabilis kayo sa technique kasi baka madali kayo ng carelessness. Okay? Now, inuulit ko, whatever way works for you would be the best to use sa exam. Kung sakasakali naman na sobrang tagal talaga para ma-solve ninyo ang problem na ito, I would encourage you to gauge yung time available sa inyong exam. Kung paubos na talaga ang oras at marami pang mga hindi nasagutan, baka mas magandang manghula na lang kayo and then answer the next question para makuha ninyo mas madaling mga tanong. Pero kung may extra time naman kayo, of course, mas maganda if you solve it para alam ninyo yung totoong sagot. Okay? Now, of course, we have more videos coming up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Again, thank you to our channel members and supporters for helping me make this video, and to those who buy the books, buy the merch, join the online review program, at lahat na sumusuporta sa akin, online and offline. Maraming salamat sa inyo kasi kung hindi dahil sa inyo, I won't be able to keep doing this for this long. So that's it muna for now. As you always see sa channel na to, never stop learning. Aja, kaya niyan. I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.